Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves as a therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
and finding our inner Brock and Michelle.
Or Jay-Z and Beyonce, or Andrew Young and Jean Childs Young. You know, for what's going on, what done happened this weekend?
Mm-hmm.
We need us a strong civil rights activist couple to get us through this episode, don't we?
Yes, we do.
So the Youngs have 4 children, and they were married in 1954. So just to give a little bit of background, Andrew Jackson Young Jr. is an American politician, diplomat, and activist. He began his career as a pastor, and he was an early leader in the civil rights movement. He served as the executive director of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference and was a close confidant to MLK. Young, later he became active in politics, serving as the first U.S. congressman from Georgia, then United States ambassador for the United Nations, and finally he became mayor of Atlanta. Since leaving political office, Young has also founded and served in a large number of organizations working in issues of political policy and political lobbying. Now his first wife, I should say, because she actually passed away, and I think in the mid-90s, Jean Childs Young, also was about her business, honey. Hey. You know, because a lot of times the civil rights movement is highlighted on the black man. You know, not that y'all didn't put in your work, you did. But it's a lot of brown women who held that foundation down as y'all was moving forward.
Yeah, y'all did.
I know. She, as I was saying before, she was an educator who was active in the civil rights and children causes. Mrs. Young was involved in planning and coordinating several major civil rights demonstrations. In 1978, President Jimmy Carter named her as the chairwoman of the National Commission of the International Year of the Child, a United Nations program intended to improve the condition of children around the world. And as I said, she was married to Andrew Jackson Young. And also Miss Young received the 1989 NAACP Distinguished Leadership Award and the 1993 YWCA Woman Achievement Award. Like I said, I thought it was just nice to highlight a couple who was in the movement, in the struggle together.
Shout out to the black unicorns.
Everybody not a black unicorn.
They some black unicorns.
Why you say they black unicorns?
Black couple in the struggle together, in the struggle fighting it together.
And overly educated.
Yeah.
And moving together and featuring 4 children. So Mrs. Young had to stop what she was doing to bear the children. Like Beyonce said, bear the children, then get back to business.
Hey.
Come on. So, you know, just shout out with them. And I thought it would just be a nice tone for us to begin, you know, with just a brown couple doing it and navigating through. Because we're going to talk about it in this episode with all the stuff that's unfolding continuously. You know, how do you navigate in a relationship with that? So, you know, how do you take care of home, take care of self, but also take care of the community? Right. Anywho, who is you?
I'm Nero.
And I'm Nyambi.
And this is episode 33, y'all.
33.
Yeah.
Yes.
Be sure to leave a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher. And follow us on all forms of social media. That's at Black Love Matters. Remember, that's Black with no K. Baby, what you got?
Well, my check-in from work, I worked all weekend. Not even just all weekend. I'm working today. And I usually don't be working on Mondays, y'all. Usually that's my day where I get myself together. I relax. I catch up on my shows. But, you know, I'm having a long weekend in Detroit coming up, and y'all get excited about the episodes. So this Friday's episode and next Monday episode will be
in Detroit.
Lord, keep us lifted, keep us in prayer. But anyway, you know, I work at the Big Bot store, and it's back to school time. So I didn't realize, it's been so long since I worked at a bot store. I didn't realize this back to school time is basically like Black Friday.
Yeah, it is.
People have lost their damn minds. But instead of buying TVs, they buying highlighters and glue and shit. Like, is the glue going to run out in the world? Is the notebooks going to run out? Is Lisa Frank going? Like, people are losing their damn minds. And, you know, I'm not just talking about the babies. I'm talking about the college students, too. Like, you know, I know you're supposed to buy sheets. I don't know if you need 5 sets of extra long sheets. Like, does the washing machine not work at the campus? Like, everyone is losing their mind. And on top of that, when I worked this weekend, you know, all the folks who work at, you know, retailers, y'all know y'all got different codes. It'd be code yellow, code green, code Jimmy, code blue, the cloud, something. When y'all relate to each other, that something happened. But we had a code this weekend. We had 2 different codes this weekend. So first of them was a code when them damn kids go missing. And usually we'll have that maybe a couple times a month. In one day, we had 3 of these codes where little white children go missing. Because it ain't the brown children. The brown children stick by their parents tough. And if they do get lost, I think the brown parents don't tell us.
Hell no.
But they go through the store calling their damn name and cussing them out.
Or they get found. They know where they at. You know where your kid at. If you got a boy, you know his ass in an electronic session playing on that Xbox because he ain't got those games at home. I don't know where y'all girls be though.
We be all over. It depends. Me in the snacks. Trying to see what the new snacks is. Please. You know, Oreo got a candy bar now. Thank you, Jesus. But anyway, we had 3 of these codes, which is fine because usually we're good about it. So when our store goes into this code, all the employees stop what the fuck they doing, stop, freeze, come to the front, game plan, block the doors, divide up the different aisles. And usually by the time we do that, move forward, we find them within 5 minutes, right? Mm-hmm. But this last one we had the other day, so at the 10-minute mark, we have to call the police because this child is officially missing, air quotes. Uh-huh. So we were at the 8-minute mark. Everybody is starting to sweat. I had to check the bathroom 2-3 times. I'm going everywhere. The mama looking crazy. We like, what does like stuff you said, what does your child like? Have they did this before? Where will you assume they're at? Mm-hmm. And then the thing is, we got levels. We got 3 levels to it. So the first level is like when we all come to the front, stop with you doing divide and conquer, and just walk through the aisles. The second level is where, all right, start pulling shit. Move all them clothes, move the moving it, right? Then the third phase is when you call the police and you put all that shit on the ground. So the second phase, you just being cute. Like, you just moving stuff around, readjusting, looking at clothes. Right? Lane 3, the police coming, the store is shutting down. We're throwing clothes on the floor. It's like we're raiding the store, basically, right? Right. We was, 2 minutes for being on level 3, and this mama's still looking clueless. We're like, do you have any idea? Like, could we call them, is there a nickname we can call them over the big intercom? Yeah. What's going on? No. And mind you, the store still got to go on. So because we're in this code, I got to pull cashiers off the register to help look for this bad motherfucker, right? So again, it's Saturday at a big box store, Black Friday of August, back to school, right? Uh-huh. So the lines are wrapped. And white privilege is at its best. They must have seen what was going on at UVA and was not for it, okay? And so they looking at me like, why the line so long? Why? And then when they got to leave the store, they got to leave the store single file because we got to make sure they're not smuggling this white child in their basket. So it's a line to get to the cashier. It's a line to get out the door. It's a line to get in the store. And white privilege is at a bay.
Why is it this way? Why I can't go through automatic doors?
And we can't go to them and be like, one of your brethren is missing. That's why. And we got to make sure you ain't take them because y'all got trends for that. So finally, with 2 minutes left, you can see everybody starting to sweat. The store manager, big boy working. So he's starting to sweat.
Big fella working.
He's starting to sweat. Everybody's starting to sweat. I'm starting to sweat because he's like, Nyami, go check the bathroom. I said, I just checked that motherfucker.
Go check it again.
I'm like, that what? She ain't in there, honey. She ain't nowhere to hide in there unless she done climbed to the ceiling. Ain't nowhere to hide in there. But very last minute, actually, shout out to one of my cashiers found her. Guess what this motherfucker was at?
Where she was at?
In the diapers.
What?
So, for the folks who have kids, the big box of diapers, so the value size diapers, right? So what this one did, she pulled out the box diapers and hid inside the shelf and then pulled the box diapers in over.
What?
We never gonna find that white child. Thank God the cashier pulled, because we was on phase 2, pull shit back. And then they came to be like, I want to go pull it. I didn't think they could fit back there. They back there like they acrobats and shit.
They just chilling behind the diapers.
And then the cashier was like, shit, that scared me. I pulled it back and then she was like, hello.
Oh, shit.
So with like a minute and a half left, the cashier was like, I think I found, code, whatever, And then, of course, the store manager, security, everybody got to go over like it's Obama and shit.
Right.
Then confirm. And then we asking the woman, does she got pictures on your camera? Because we like, well, all right, is this baby hiding from you?
Right.
Is you the Lifetime movie? Is you trying to capture this person? Like, right. Before we free, and then they go, and then guess what they did after?
What?
They had the nerve to go back shopping.
Shut the fuck up.
And when they come up to clear out, thank everyone so much. You should take your ass home.
Ooh, I have to cuss that fucking kid out.
Yeah, I'll have to go home just to compose myself to get myself ready.
Jesus.
So that's that. And then we had another code when motherfuckers was getting hurt. Because they climbing up on shelves like Spider-Man trying to get shit. Because they're getting that back to school shit.
It ain't a fail?
Yeah, so instead of asking someone, because it's stopped high, because it's like...
Yeah, it's all types of shit.
It's backstop. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's extra.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to get rid of stuff on the floor before we do that. And instead of just simply asking, can anyone help me? They channel Spider-Man and shit, Marvel Comics. It starts scaling the damn shelves. And then fall.
That's what they ass get.
And then big fella was looking sweating again.
Shit.
Because you got to write it out so they don't sue the fuck out of us.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the type of damn weekend that I had at work. Y'all watch your children. Get them leashes on them.
Them backpack leashes?
Get them. Ain't no wrong. We were just talking with the Nadiva about it. Get them leashes, honey.
I should just get the one, they got the turtle shell. Don't get the monkey backpack. Get the turtle shell one.
Because they making forts.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have looked for that child in the diapers. Pull it in. No. You know what I'm talking about? Like the box of diapers.
Yeah.
Behind it, on a bottom shelf.
This motherfucker was playing extreme hide and go seek.
That's a deep one. You hear me? Look in the fridge. Told you I like snacks. Look in the fridge. You know, a popsicle.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on? Because when I tell you, when kids go missing, the store is able to find them like in 2 minutes, like instantly. He was hitting 10 minutes. I said, he may. And the security started talking to me. Should I go look at the footage to see if he done left? Naomi, but did you see anybody left? I said, it sounds like people come through that door. I said, Jesus could have came through, MLK, Obama. I wouldn't have known.
Did you say Jesus, MLK, and Obama?
Together, I wouldn't even know. It's so busy.
Oh, my God.
So that was going through. That was work. And as y'all know, I'm going through my cycles again. So I'm starting to feel that downswing. You know how I say I have like 6 weeks of productivity and then like 2 weeks of, I hate the world. Help me, Lord. Negro spirituals. Then I'm back on the upswing.
Is your living in vain?
Yeah. So I feel that's coming on. So I'm trying to be as productive as possible because at any moment I'm going to go in fuck it mode. And so I'm trying to avoid fuck it mode. Or what should I say? I want to redirect the fuck it mode. Mm. So, okay, if I'm not feeling up to doing certain things, what other things can I do? Like, you know, I need to get ready for the fall. I need to do a little retail therapy. Mm. I just need to prepare for the changing of the seasons. So just doing more fun stuff like that. Does that make sense? Instead of just being like, fuck it, I'm about to watch Netflix.
I know what you need to do.
Near I ain't really asked, but what's up?
You need to take your fucking passport picture.
That is your responsibility.
We're going to take it after this episode.
All right, we can take it after the episode then. Neil been getting on my nerves. First of all, he got this expensive ass camera. And I was like, because our passport's about to expire. So I was like, well, figure out where we get our passport pictures taken. Because when we got it, 10 years ago, you just go to CVS. It ain't even a human there at CVS photography no more. So I don't know where we go. And here come Neil. I got this fancy camera.
I'm going to take it for you.
And then he keep telling me, prepare to take it. What the hell I need to prepare?
Put on your outfit.
You're only seeing my face. I don't need an outfit.
Don't you want to pop a lip or something?
No.
Okay.
I don't want anything memorable about me in my passport picture.
All right. Not even a pop a lip.
Not even a pop a lip.
I'm
gonna put a little Vaseline.
Like that lip gloss on.
I'm gonna put a little Vaseline and keep it going.
All right.
So we can do that after this episode then. But as I say, I really want to get ready for fall. Fall is my favorite season. I love a good cardigan. I love a tea. I love a latte. I love an apple pie. I love an apple cider donut. I love a 50-degree day. I love an overcast day and a wine tasting. Don't you? I know you live for the beach and lemonade, but ain't nothing like some hot apple cider, a cardigan, and some leaves crunching under my feet, honey. And that little breeze through the window. Oh, my goodness. I can't wait till a 50-degree day. What I can't stand is that -20 and 40 inches of snow, though. They can keep that shit. Also, what we do this weekend, we visited with some friends. They just had their second child, and we're so happy for them. And that baby is so darn cute.
It sure is.
Oh my goodness. When I seen the baby, my ovary was just jumping out my body.
Don't you get any ideas, Naomi?
Well, next year you said we're gonna start having kids, right?
Yeah, we're gonna practice.
You tried it. But I was thinking, are we really ready? Some days I'm like, yeah, we can do this. Like, we need to help bring brown children in the world and raise them and, help develop that. But other days I'm like, can we just get a house plant and a dog?
I hear you.
Like, it just seems like a much safer.
You said a safer route.
Yeah, a safer route.
Uh-huh.
Kids, even looking at the little ones and all the stuff that's going on, and knowing you can't protect them from all that stuff. Like, how do you explain kids on the shit that's going on? Mm. And I think back to our parents. Jesus, they just told us, honey.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. You just got to tell their ass. But I know you really don't like that. You be taking the kids' joy away.
I believe in kids should have joy. I believe that there's a little slither of life between the ages of 0 and like almost a good 8 to 10, where they need to be kids and they need to live in this euphoric state.
I ain't had joy since 1992.
What? What? That doesn't mean your kids don't get to have joy. You like white people. Don't do that. Know.
Santa Claus ain't real. Tooth Fairy is a white fallacy. Fucking Easter Bunny ain't real. I do all that. Your daddy and your mama do all of that.
And I'm not against saying that. I'm just saying it's a time and place for that. We don't have to start there. Just like the sex conversation. Like, I think you should start talking about sex very early. But do we have to talk about giving head and cunnilingus? I don't know. We don't have to talk about that early. But we can talk about what sex is and body parts and yes, that's what you begin. So that's just how I believe when it comes to like children and joy. Like, it's levels to this. No, they don't need to be 13 talking about Santa Claus brought me this. But can they be 3 and say it? Yeah. That's all I'm saying. That's ordinary. Just leave a little magic. You know that age where you be like, man, magic is real. Well, the magic of the Lord is always real. It's called miracles, but you know what I mean.
What? You made me forget what I was about to say. It wasn't that important anyway.
What?
I was going to say I was going to bring out the anatomy and physiology book for the sex talk. This here is a vulva. Here is a penis.
You always see the line, do you got to cross it, right?
What?
You always got to do that.
My kid's going to know all types of anatomical terms.
It's nothing wrong with that either. Right. Like, I don't necessarily think kids will go around and call it like Jocelyn Hernandez say? Cootie cat?
Cootie cat.
Like, I don't think I'm going to teach my child cootie cat. Uh-huh. But, you know how I feel about things. Other than working, what I did, because I had such a long work weekend, I just made a picture of margaritas, and it just sits in the refrigerator. And when I come home from work, I just have a sip of a margarita. And for y'all don't know, Niram is a lightweight. In undergrad, Niram used to be able to go for both of those, but something happened when you turn 25?
Yeah.
That you just gave it to the Lord.
Well, and I gave it to the grand architect.
And he just don't drink as much. Like, he'll drink, but he's not a heavy drinker. And so I'm drinking my little margarita, and I'm like, oh, I'm a little buzzed. And then I'm like, child, bye. He done had 2.5 margaritas, and then he gonna woke up sniggling and giggling. I said, there you go. Can't take it. Was a margarita strong to you?
Hell yeah.
It's that tequila. I don't think tequila do you right.
Well, tequila ain't did me right since my 21st birthday.
What happened? Oh.
When my roommates gave me that fifth of Patron to myself.
Patron is not something you just should drink.
And then
it's like water.
And then I went to the club, bar hop, because every club gives you a birthday drink. And then it was during summer school. So, like, everybody that I've ever had class with was at the bar. And that's like, what you drinking?
So all y'all niggas don't go to regular class school. Y'all go to summer school.
Summer school.
Okay. Birds of a feather.
It's cheaper.
Yeah.
You get through it faster, and you're more likely to get an A.
Birds of a feather.
So I see their ass. They're like, what you drinking? I'm like, whatever you buying me. I should have just said coins. Patron.
Yeah.
That's the first time I realized that I pick a drink and I stay with it. But instead, I'm having lemon drops. I'm having Incredible Hulks. I'm having Flaming Dr. Peppers and shit.
Oh, my God.
I'm having everything.
My stomach curdle. I remember that because I wasn't there for that.
And I threw up in the back of somebody's brand new car. He only had the car for like 2 days.
Did you pay to get the detail?
Yeah.
It still ain't the same.
It ain't the same. He had that car for 2 days.
You deflowered it.
And I threw up in the back seat. And I was like,
why didn't you roll down the window?
I tried to, but he had those child locks on.
Because he was scared you were going to fall out the car.
And I was just saying, like, please slow down. Please drive slow. Because, like, the trees, I was just looking at the trees. And next thing you know, they just start all blending together. Oh. I'm like, oh, my God. Oh, my God. And the world started spinning. And all I can remember is saying, please drive slow. And I just threw up in his back seat.
What'd he do?
He's like, what the fuck, man? The fuck? And so he pulled over. Like, through. I said, I'm done now.
Okay. Yep. Anyway.
Shit.
Niram, how was your weekend?
My weekend went pretty well. So, first things first, I've been having this conversation with Nyambi about going vegan.
Can I just, before you go to...
Yeah.
Nia can attest to this for me. Niram always have these health and lifestyle resolutions, epiphanies. I'm sorry, around my birthday, and my birthday is next week. Go continue.
So this is why I didn't want to bring it up to you.
Mind you, for his birthday, we eat fried chicken, cupcakes, ribs, liquor. Go ahead.
Maybe that's why, you had that month or so guilt afterwards. Like, man, I didn't turn 31 this year. Shit, I need to get my life together. And it just happens. It always just happens around your birthday.
Okay. Continue.
Now, y'all be pissed. Why the fuck do I get edible arrangements for my birthday?
This nigga tried it about a couple years ago. Because I was working, y'all know I worked in higher ed. So usually I'm really, really busy around my birthday because school's starting back, orientations, all that good stuff. And so, but usually Niram's really good, or my close friends, we'll do dinner, have a cake. My favorite cake is German chocolate. So I usually, every birthday, I at least get a German chocolate cake. And I'm coming home and Niram was like, oh, it's your birthday, baby. I got something special for you. Let me go in the car. Got something for dessert. I'm thinking we about to throw down on a good German chocolate. I'm about to eat just a hunk of cake, right? This nigga come back here with an edible arrangement, some melons and strawberries. I was so fucking pissed. I said, a fucking strawberry, a melon? Who want a melon on their birthday? I done worked 12 hours today. What was you thinking?
Forgive me, baby.
What was you thinking?
I was thinking, you was always talking about how you wanted to start this health cake. So I was like, let me get you an edible arrangement instead of some cake. Ooh, that was the wrong decision.
I mean, I ate it.
I was better off just bringing your ass a German chocolate cupcake.
You was better bringing a Twinkie than an edible arrangement up in that bitch. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm stealing your shine.
So, like Nabi said, we always have like this type of health change or something around her birthday. I don't know why it always happens around your birthday. But I think it's a mixture of like my birthday ending, like our anniversary, and then, you start getting thoughtful around your birthday. So, you thinking about like what I want to do and what change I want to make and things of that sort. And I'd be like,
let me get thoughtful.
And I'm like, I think I want to go vegan. So, I'm going through this process and, I've been talking to a couple people and I think it's a mixture of things that makes me, makes me want to go vegan. Like one of them is just, we're going through this journey and I just been feeling off lately. My energy has been feeling weird. I know it's probably a mixture between like the death and all that stuff, and I'll get into that. But like my energy has been off. I'm dealing with this injury, and I was like, maybe I'll go vegan and try something different, like change, my eating habits. I've been paleo, and that was cool. So I was like, well, let me just try vegan, give it out, and then I think this will really solidified that, I'm going to go vegan when I come back from Detroit. I can't go vegan while I'm at Detroit because niggas are the much.
No, they're too much.
They too much.
They much? No.
Niggas are too much in Detroit. And I ain't got enough time to try to explain to them why I'm going vegan.
Yeah.
Or like have that conversation. Yes. Like coming out vegan to a black family is like coming out gay.
Yeah. They don't understand.
They don't understand that shit.
They don't understand.
So like going through that whole process, I remember when I stopped eating pork for like a year and a half?
Yeah, I didn't join on that journey.
And niggas was looking at me like, oh, you Muslim now?
Yeah, they asked, was you Muslim? I said,
like, no, nigga.
Religion. I didn't change religion.
I just decided not to eat pork anymore.
Then why?
Why? And then, I used to wear a bow tie, so they'd be like, oh, you would NOI? No, nigga.
And they try to get with me. You know how they do with the different and the NOI and the women. Did you with that? I said he's not cool with the NOI. What are you talking about?
Right, right. So going through that is gonna be a hassle. So I'm gonna wait till I come back from Detroit to figure out when if I'm really gonna go vegan. I think I will. I'll probably do some type of hybrid of like vegetarian veganism or something like that. Yeah. But I think what really solidified it is Nyambi. It was Nyambi's turn to pick a movie. And Nyambi know how to pick them if y'all know Nyambi. And here comes what we watching. What the Health.
I just wanted to see what folks was talking about.
So we watching this motherfucking documentary. We seeing cows getting slaughtered. We seeing cysts on pigs' legs, and they just
Lord,
stabbing
I love a ham hock.
They just stabbing it and letting the pus run out, and they talking about how it's fecal matter in 95% of all the ground meats and shit.
Oh my god!
And then Nyambi ass got the nerve to have a damn pork shoulder and a pork shoulder in a slow cooker.
It was good. And the thing, go ahead. It was good. I had some.
The pork shoulder was, but at that point, I was like, Lord, I'm about to go vegan right now. I'm just about to eat all the watermelon and get full and figure out what the hell I'm going to do. Watermelon and cereal until I get back from Detroit.
Yeah, you did eat my Trader Joe's cereal. I got some cereal this I said it's only 1 cup left. But like I said, I'm going to definitely join you and go on this. I think my philosophy when it comes to food is all about moderation and mixing it up.
Yeah.
So I think, if you've been a heavy meat eater, it's nothing wrong with going vegetarian, vegan for a little bit and then going back. Or there's nothing wrong with, cutting out pork and then adding pork back and then I think it's really about, cycling and diversity.
Yeah.
For the way things like the world is, because it's a lot of shit going on. And if we gonna have that hormone argument, a lot of these veggies is GMOs too. So I really think it's about a diversity of food, keeping your health up, exercising. But I'll definitely join you on this veganism journey. But know that maybe in a year I might eat a rib.
Hey, hell, I might eat a rib too
in 6 months. But that's just how I am. I'll roll with you, but I'm not the type to be like, I'm never going. I'm not one of the people never. It's some brown people who go vegan and they be like, oh Jesus,
right? You eating a rib?
Yes, I eat ribs and ham hocks and neck bones.
Right.
Then the next day I might just be on soy and Swiss chard. I'm a woman. I had a right to change my damn mind. I know we going to DC Labor Day. I might not be vegan that weekend.
I ain't gonna be vegan that weekend.
So, but I think that's what we got to clarify to folks. We ain't one of them ones like, oh my goodness, don't you ever bring a pork near me? Or if you got greens, I'm one of them vegans that be like, just take the pork out.
Right. Oh, you cooked it with some pork? All right.
That's all right.
I'll move the ham hocks to the side.
Because I really think it's about the diversity of the food you're eating and the quality of it. So I think you got to go up. Sometimes, and whenever we do switch back to, if we decide to go vegan, we switch back to meat. I don't know if I go to the cheap meat, but I think it's levels to that. So I think maybe start with the grass, but then you eat yourself to cube steak. You know what I'm like?
Yeah.
So I that's why I think it's important. And I do think diet is huge. I watched the What the Health. More so just to be to affirm what I was thinking. People didn't think food related to their disease.
No. People no.
Food and water? That was number one to me. They was it might even be bigger than exercise. Duh.
Right.
That was just new to me that folks didn't have that correlation that the type of food you eat goes to your health. Or I guess it's not healthy. We're talking about disease types.
Yeah.
Yeah. Duh. Yeah. Processed things, meat, candy, sugar. That's why I even go back with veganism sometimes because, a lot of those folks eat that processed fake meat. What? Fuck, it's processed.
Yeah.
So, but again, I think it's about variety.
Speaking to the mic, baby.
I really think it's about variety and navigating.
I really think so too, and I think one of the things that I think about as a man and me being a big dude and going on this weight loss journey and just looking at all the things that mimics estrogen in the man's body.
Yeah, men do have to watch that.
And yes, we have. Yes, I went to school and got had a class in anatomy and physiology, so I know there's equal amounts of estrogen and testosterone. But I just think as you read more and more, you see how a lot of foods just mimic estrogen in the body, and it's to the point where it's damn, is there no food that mimics testosterone? Nothing.
Come on,
motherfuckers, you would eat a yam or something, but that really, I don't know. That me thinking about that really baffles me.
Yeah.
There's no food in the American culture that mimics testosterone in a man's body or just in your body period. And I think, because of that, I just wanted to do something a little plant-based, whole food type of thing. Because, I just think about even milk, yogurt, ice cream, that all comes from
that dairy don't do you right.
Dairy don't do me right in general, but, I just think about milk. Milk, ice cream, all dairy products come from a pregnant cow. Eggs coming from a pregnant chicken. So, we keep eating all these things that already have these, sex hormones in it. And, how do you counterbalance that? Mm-hmm. So I think that's more or less one of the reasons why I'm definitely thinking about going vegan and trying something that's a little bit more whole food and moving that way.
Yeah, I agree. Ain't nothing wrong. Now I'm going on it with you.
Yeah. And then what the hell? Thanks a lot, Nyambi.
Well, I was just interested to see.
Nyambi,
I didn't even try.
You had a pork shoulder on the counter, and then I'm looking at this fucking pig with this cyst, and they just rip into it with a knife, and the pus coming out. And I'm supposed to eat this pork shoulder?
I'm sorry.
Shit.
I ate it.
I know you ate it.
I'm like them Instagram. How do you sleep at night? Well. How do you eat?
Well. I ate it, but I was just thinking about it. I was having flashbacks to that pus.
Oh my God.
Oh.
All right, come
on. What else? I made me some garlic dip.
Oh, so I'm glad you did.
So y'all know we from Detroit, and Detroit has like the largest number of Middle Eastern people on this side of the world,
outside
or
of the Middle East.
Outside of the Middle East, and like one of the things that they make is like this shit called like labna, or like garlic dip, and the shit is off the hook. So Nyambi went to Trader Joe's and they had some because we usually
with they gentrified ass. I love Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's my favorite gentrifier.
They Chinese stir fried rice is off the hook.
Thing. They pot stickers is the real thing.
That shit is good as fuck. So they did it again with the Middle Eastern food. Because usually we just go to the Middle Eastern restaurant and just order like a big thing of garlic dip.
Yeah.
Trader Joe's had it, and I almost ate up all that garlic dip.
Surely did.
And pita bread. Yeah. So I got to the point where I was like, well, I need to leave this corner for Nyambi. And I said, well, let me try to see if I can make my own. So my ass go get.
Well, explain to them what garlic dip is. Like, what is it and what do you eat it with?
So garlic dip is something that Middle Eastern people usually have with like shawarmas or like wraps or things of that sort.
What is it, the dipping stuff?
Yeah, like
a condiment.
It is like a condiment.
It's like the ketchup in the Middle East.
Yeah, it is like the ketchup in the Middle East. And it's pretty simple to make, or it's like it only have like 3 or 4 ingredients. Like it's like garlic, lemon juice, like some type of oil, like canola oil, olive oil, and like salt.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, let me take my ass on YouTube because I ate up all this, and I know I need to leave something from this store.
The virtual encyclopedia.
So I went there and I made it, and that shit came off the.
It was good. Now garlic dip ain't for the faint of heart. Like, no, it's raw garlic, so it's good. But you know how garlic sometimes gives you that afterkick.
Yeah, and it burn.
But it's good. Oh, it's good. I feel like I'm burning calories while I'm eating it. And it's addicting. It's one of those things when you first try, you be like,
ooh. And the next thing you know, you got garlic all out your pores.
It's just coming out your pores. My grandparents used to take like garlic pills. My grandparents used to eat garlic because they say it prevent illness.
Oh.
Oh, Jesus. Well, I guess we're doing that with that garlic dip.
Well, we're going to see. What else going on? Other than that, like last thing is that, I'm dealing with the death of my aunt. And, and the fact that, I really don't want to go to the funeral, but I know that it's the right thing to do. And, thinking about the stuff at UVA is just like my whole energy is off. And I'm just trying to figure out like how to balance that. Like, I'm really not the type of guy to like go to funerals, especially since after my brother died and committed suicide a while back. Like, I've never been a fan of going to funerals or, participating in any of those rituals or things that comes along with it. But, it's my aunt, and my mother took it very rough because she was there and my other aunt was there. And, since we was already going to be in Detroit anyway, I made the arrangements to go to Detroit and to go to the funeral anyway, even though I don't want to. So I'm just going through this whole thing of doing it because it's more or less the right thing to do versus not doing it because I want to. And just knowing that, it's family and, just paying my respects and things of that sort.
I mean, so what are you hesitant about? Is it literally the funeral or like what? That's what I'm confused about.
I think it's more or less like the rituals of like funeral.
So like that's Black culture though.
I know it's
Black culture.
It's
a great PBS documentary called Homegoing that really highlights and examines the process of African Americans.
Yeah.
Or Black people in America, I should say, funeral traditions.
And I think that's
we have a very distinct tradition.
You do. And I think that's more or less what. Maybe that goes back to me being a Gamma man and like me rejecting traditional norms and things of that sort. And just the fact that, truthfully, I don't want to go. Like, I don't want to be at the funeral home. I don't want to be at the cemetery. I don't want to do that. But I know it's more or less the right thing to do.
But why don't you want to do it?
I think it more or less goes back to, all the funerals I've been to in my life.
That's not the why.
My brother's funeral growing up and just being traumatized by that.
Gotcha.
It's all the trauma. It's all the trauma that's around like going to funerals.
It's triggering.
And it is triggering. And I know that, for the Black culture, it is something that Black people do, and it's a celebration of the person's life, and whatever. But me personally, I'm just not for it.
Yeah. Well, how do you view funerals then? So, what would be an appropriate ceremony for someone who's passed away?
I don't know. Yeah. Because I even think about that, like for myself. Like, I don't want to have a funeral. I want to be made into a diamond. I want to be burnt and compressed into a diamond, and I want people to wear it on my birthday.
I thought you just wanted me to wear it. I can't agree to that.
I want you to wear it on my birthday.
That's it? Just one day? Okay.
Just on my birthday.
I can do that. I can't wear it forever, though.
No, I don't want you to wear it
Because what people like, that's beautiful. What's that? This Nero?
What type of stone is that?
Nero? That's too much. I'm not the biggest fan of funerals and things either, but I think I'm more in it for the cultural, more of the support and the idea of closure and, all that good stuff.
So, I'm a go. I may already made the arrangements and things of that sort, but I just know personally, I'm not really for it. Yes. Like, I'm not, like, I'm all for, like, celebrate my aunt life and, things of that sort. And people got to grieve, and like, this is a part of the grieving process. But I personally think it's a lot that goes into it. It's expensive as fuck. Like,
the funeral business is a business, honey.
It is a business. Like, it's expensive as fuck. And, you go through all the stuff for these people to do the same, like, to say the same thing over and over again. Yeah. It got to the point where I went to so many funerals in Detroit, and they was using the same funeral home that the guy who did the whole story about the man dying and the dog yelping.
Mean the service?
Yeah, like the eulogy. Like the dude, like the guy whoever does that, like he gives the same story about the man dying.
Oh, so they didn't have the funerals I've been to, because we versed in that word. We have our personal pastor, so we don't get the same story.
Oh.
But see, that's what I'm saying. It's different experiences for different people. But you said they was using the same pastor.
They used the same story. Like, it's not even the pastor. Like, I don't even know what you would call it though. I don't even call it the officiate. But like, how like the person whose funeral home is it? He usually does
like a welcome or something. I see what you're saying.
He usually does like the ashes to ashes, dust to dust type stuff.
Yeah.
And like the same story, he used the same story for all the funerals that I've been to.
Whoa.
Like, it's like this man who was sick.
Okay, we don't gotta tell the story.
The man who was sick, he was in the hospital, and the dog was at home,
and
he was watching the dog, and the dog yelped or hollered when the man died, and then they brought the dog to the funeral home.
You giving chills? Be quiet.
And then the dog looked at the man, and it's like, that ain't my owner. And it's like, it's because his soul was gone and all this other stuff. So like,
was there any children in the audience?
I've heard this story multiple times in my life, like when I was a kid. And teenage years, even in my 20s. So I know this story vividly.
Yeah.
And it gets to the point like that for me also takes out the whole personal intimacy that comes along with, funerals and somebody's dying and shit like that, because it's just the factory. Mm-hmm. It's just, I think of it, it's just the factory. It's just something else in the cog of life that people are using to make money off of.
Yeah. I mean, well, as you think, because I think it's important. I think that's something also in the Black tradition. We don't prepare for death as much as we should.
Yeah.
So, as we get older, maybe that's a generational thing we can break and change and shift. And, as we get older, truly prepare for what we want, our end of the life to be like, and what we want our celebration of life to be. Because it might be, I think about what's our show we love, This Is Us.
Yeah.
When they did his, that was for him to be a black man from the South, it wasn't. The traditional, he had the grandbabies playing. They went for a walk. Like, it's different ways. You don't have to necessarily do it the way that it's always been done. Or you can take bits and pieces of the culture, because I do like the part when you eat after and, gathering and telling stories. And I like the piece where you come to each other's house and console. Like, I think that's important, not to be alone. But, some of the actual ceremonies can be a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if we got to open the closet, then close it and keep going through this.
Right.
But.
It's deep. It's gonna be a deep episode, y'all.
All right.
But just going through all that, send me good vibes, y'all. Send me some positive vibes. I know I need to start doing some self-care and preparing myself for that. Spending some time with Nayan, be talking more about it. Maybe doing a little bit of journaling or going for a walk. So, especially with all the stuff that we're going to talk about in the rest of this episode, we're going to really need to start doing some self-care. So let's go right into it. You got some pillow talk, baby?
Yes. So. This idea of white supremacy and moral equivalency. What the hell is going on? So for y'all who been under the rock this weekend, we'll bring you up to date, and then what we'll do near my, we'll share our feelings, and we'll move swiftly past this because we can't stay on this too long. We gotta know about it, be aware, but we gotta be prepared to take action and move forward.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's how we have to be. So a car plowed into a crowd of anti-racist demonstrators in Charlottesville, Virginia, killing one person. What was that person's name? I want to make sure I got it.
Heather something.
Heather Heyer, I think her name is. I want to make sure her name is said. After a white supremacist alley was shut down by the police, a suspect is in custody and has been identified in a news report as 20-year-old Ohio resident James Alex Fields Jr. Additionally, the FBI announced that it opened a civil rights investigation into the deadly car crash. Her name is Heather Heyer. Additionally, a state police helicopter also crashed while responding to the protest, killing 2 officers. And a Virginia State Police officer. White supremacists gathered in the college town for the Unite the Right rally, where they chanted racist and homophobic slogans. Hundreds of counter-protesters were also there, including local interfaith leaders, activists, and self-described anti-fascist protesters. The protests prompted city officials and state governors to declare a state of emergency. That Friday night we were talking before, there was a torch-carrying white nationalist march through the University of Virginia's. As I said before, they were chanting Nazi slogans, punching counter protesters were spraying them with they were spraying people with chemicals. In a press conference from his golf club in New Jersey on Saturday afternoon, 45 failed to condemn white supremacists by name. Instead, he criticized what he said: hatred, bigotry, and violence on both sides. Vice President Mike Pence tweeted his condolences for the victims, but also did not condemn these white racists by name. Prior to the press conference, Trump tweeted a vague statement denouncing the hate and violence without specifically condemning white nationalists, which white nationalist leader Richard Spencer then retweeted, suggesting that Trump was actually condemning his anti-fascist protesters.
Get the fuck out of here.
Going on with that, many people denounced the president's comments and his failure to specifically condemn white supremacy, including Uncle Joe, my boy Joe Biden, but also very prominent Republicans: McCain, Ryan, Ted Cruz, the governor from Colorado, and many, many, many more. Overall, it's bullshit. So just to sum it up, it looks like this started at the UVA campus as a bunch of white racist supremacists was marching around campus with candles and torches and tiki rants and shit because they didn't want this motherfucking statue of, what's his name, Robert Lee, bitch ass, to be torn down. And then it transpired to something else where these white folks lost their damn mind and they start running people over and they didn't get their way. They came down at this malicious shit. And then we have a president who's supposed to be the leader of the free damn world who said he don't like bigotry and hate on both sides.
Get the fuck out of here.
Both sides of what, sir? But anyway, that's kind of a summary of all the bullshits that's stirring. Am I summarizing everything?
Yeah, you got everything.
And then, it's a lot of points that I want to hit, or a few points I want to hit on, but I just wanted to kind of give an overall view of kind of what was going on. Niram, did you want to start?
This is bullshit.
Do we want to start with UVA?
Yes. First of all, let's start with UVA.
Because that's bullshit.
Why the fuck? As a university of higher education.
Yes, a safe space.
A quote unquote, I got air quotes, y'all. I got air quotes. A safe space that's supposed to bring together different ideological thoughts and be happy. Safe. And let's be a safe space to bring together all these ideas and thoughts and everything else, so we can have active discussion around it and have some donuts and discussion soup and substance and all this other bullshit. Why the fuck they ain't shut this shit down?
Why did they not shut this shit down? And what they're going to say is people have the right of free speech. That's fine until it crosses the line when people and your students and your staff are in danger.
Yes.
If I was upper upper level administrator. Yes, you're welcome to come do this, but you got to put them motherfucking torches out. As soon as I start seeing motherfucking torches and everybody coming in this militia gear and shit, no, you can't come on this campus because my students have to be protected. They don't even let students have fucking candles in the goddamn dorms, but they can march around campus for people who don't even go to this campus, don't pay no tuition or fees, don't pay no taxes in Virginia, can come up here with the fucking torches? Where? That's the double standard of whiteness, because I guarantee UVA, I hope we got some UVA listeners. I guarantee it's been some brown students on that campus that tried to protest for other things, and that university shut them the fuck down.
Hell yeah.
So where are you at, head overseer? Because I know school's about to start, and you got to have a statement on this.
This is bad for press.
And all I don't want to hear that free speech bullshit, because if I was a student, the first thing I say is I felt I was in danger.
I was in danger.
So what's more important, freedom of speech or my life? Because as a black person, would you even feel safe rolling up on
Hell no. The fuck? I ain't going there.
That's the only thing that make New England appealing, because you ain't gonna come to New England campus with no motherfucking torches.
Them white people will shut that shit down.
You can stop right there. All the feminists, everybody coming, like the gay, everybody coming, the Jews, the black, hold the fuck up.
Right. So I think that's more or less
keep that below the Mason-Dixon
issue. That is a big fucking issue that this university has not came out. First of all, they're gonna come out with a bullshit ass statement, but why the fuck they ain't stopping?
What was the statement? Freedom of speech.
Probably, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they came out with a statement. Hell, the governor made a statement.
Well, the governor said it was trash.
Right. The governor made a statement. The mayor made a statement.
Trash. They all say it was trash. But what has the university president and the chief overseer in charge? Maybe they don't have a chief overseer. Because if I was chief overseer, I'd be like, this is my 2 weeks. Honey.
Right.
Because it's about to hit the fucking fan, and they won't torch my black ass. They won't torch me. And students, y'all should be pissed.
Yeah, y'all should be pissed. And black students, I hope y'all are
y'all better get black students, Jewish students, women.
Y'all need to take y'all money elsewhere.
Y'all better get the fuck angry.
And y'all need to take y'all money elsewhere. And I think another thing that we have a problem with, and Jay-Z said it, there's no winning when the family feuds. And one of the things I've seen on Twitter was a lot of black people was like, there's a lot of HBCUs in the area. That's what you get for going to a PWI. We got to stop that right there, sis, bruh.
No.
Because you can't blame a person for going to whatever school they're going to.
No.
And what the fuck they got in there.
No.
You don't know what that person's
financial situation is.
Situation is. Y'all know these black colleges are expensive as fuck, and they don't give us no
scholarships.
Don't give us no scholarship or no fucking financial aid. How I know? Because I was there, and I left that bitch and went to a PWI that was gonna give me a fucking scholarship.
Yeah.
So don't y'all do that shit to these other brothers and sisters.
I agree.
That shit ain't cool. That shit ain't fair.
Yeah, don't do that. But I will say to people at those universities, it's time to rise up. Do not let this pass for your administration. That tell them it is not acceptable for this to happen, and it needs not to happen anymore. So meaning that the university need to pass some type of bylaw, work with the area police or something to say, this is hate crimes.
Yeah.
Hate crimes do not count when we're talking about freedom of speech.
Sure don't.
And I'm just very disappointed. I think it just said something to me. Again, I know I'm triggered because I was a past higher ed practitioner.
Yeah.
But to do this on a university campus sets a motherfucking tone.
Yes.
They ain't go to City Hall, honey.
No.
They didn't go, I'm saying, to the courts where laws are made. They went where the youth were. They went where the next generation leaders were.
Right.
That says something.
And
words mean things. What the crystal say? Words and actions mean things.
And it being the flags. No, we've got one thing now. Being the flagship university of that state.
That's it, and then going, I know we on the students, y'all getting angry. Faculty and staff, y'all watch y'all shit too. Start putting your letters in. Start going on the hunt, honey. Because if I was a staff member, I'd be writing my shit up now. I done crossed that off my book. If I ever go back and hire I say UVA can forget it, honey. Because they already got a history, a lot of shit going down.
Yeah, they do.
They can forget it. It's not worth it.
Shit.
They got a lot. They need to be saged. There's some history going on.
Hell, just Virginia in general.
Just need to be saged. His spirits need to be
and prayed
lifted.
on.
And we going into Mercury and retrograde again. Mercury
Right.
is not playing with America. She said, "Oh, y'all ignored me."
Oh, retrograde, bitches. Retro motherfucking grade.
But I think that's something that triggered me, just personally as a higher ed person, because colleges are places where you should have views. And the thing is, this rally could have happened. But it's in the way in which it happened that pissed me off. It's not that they did it. Everyone does have a right to free speech. And if they think, who was his name again? Lee? I forgot his name.
General Lee.
Whatever the fuck his name was, that racist bastard. If they really thought that he was going to stay, it's a way to do that in a peaceful fashion.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Fine, make America great hats, get that shit on, gather around the statue and start, doing what you're gonna do. But you coming here at 10 p.m. at night with a bunch of pitchforks and candles and shit,
tiki
like
torches
it's
and shit.
1830. What the fuck is this? No. Hold up, wait a minute. That ain't okay.
It ain't.
And that's the problem I had.
That's
when it shifted, because I think it was a bunch of brown students doing it. Actually, I know for a fact. Somebody from UVA backed me up. I'm sure there's been some type of protest with brown students, LGBTQ students, for women, immigrant, something, Muslim folks. And I guarantee you the university shut them down and they have not one torch.
Right.
And they threatened to suspend them, or they threatened to take them to jail. They did something like that to try to get this shut down undercover. And the thing is, we ain't never even heard of it.
No. Because that's what they do. That's what they do. When the university don't like that shit, they fucking suppress it. And you'll never hear about that shit ever again.
Yeah.
And I also just want to go out and just give a big shout out to, the white folks who were on the opposition. Like, because
you have to
you
say
see some of those pictures, and, even at like one group of like, I forgot what they sign said, like, against like anti-fascism or something like that. Yeah. And it was surrounded by all those fucking tiki candles.
Yes.
They were surrounded.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
That takes motherfucking balls. I know y'all scared. Y'all probably pissed on y'allself. But kudos to y'all.
That's what we mean about to get in the struggle. So that's what we're talking about when you got to date woke and white.
Mm-hmm.
Look, that's the new. We going back to woke and white. If your bae ain't willing to do that,
right?
Nah, you shouldn't date out your race then. Because that's love.
Yeah.
Look, that's black love.
Literally and figuratively.
But the next piece of this that I want to talk about is going more into this moral equivalency thing. Mm-hmm. So this president, I'm not saying my president, this president gave a speech or comments, but he failed to specifically address or condemn white supremacists by their name. No KKK, no militia, or anything. He had the nerve to fix his mouth to say hatred and bigotry and violence on many sides. Sir, many sides. No. This is very clear cut.
Yeah.
It's one side.
It's one side.
And you know who they are. Say it.
Say their name.
What? Near.
Say their motherfucking name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Call a thing.
Yeah.
Call a spade and say it. But he ain't gonna say it on the fact that these motherfuckers are supporting him.
Yeah.
This is base.
That's his base. That's who got him elected. Because you got these motherfuckers that came out the swamps in the hills of nowhere. And the hills have eyes, and in the depths of the Midwest and the depths of the South, and these flyover fucking states who ain't voted since fucking Reagan. And they came out and voted for his ass.
And this nigga is emboldening these motherfuckers to continue to do shit like this.
Yeah.
And it is not cool.
Yeah,
it's not cool.
The problems with like those vague comments. So Trump think he's slick.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying hatred and things of these natures aren't welcome in America. But the thing is, they're so vague. It allows the hate groups to interpret the condemnations as they see fit.
Yeah.
So they done twisted in their head. It's almost like Trump is giving them a wink and a nod.
He is
like saying, well, I'm here. I can't say nothing, but I got you.
Well, I was even looking at like one of their articles, like the Daily Stormtrooper or some bullshit like that, was talking about how there's like, whatever their website is, Stormtrooper, Storm Team, whatever team. Real. Whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And they was talking about how, like, Trump didn't go out and say us, this is a win in our books. He blamed both sides. So, he didn't condemn us and nothing like that. So it's still a win. We should still go on and do what we want to do.
Yeah.
And like these dog whistle terms that he was saying, like, we still have to follow our history or, shit like that. These are dog whistle terms for these motherfuckers.
Continue going, my brother.
Yeah.
Together in the struggle.
The fuck.
Isn't it awful?
It is.
And you just continue. And also, I just wanted to point out the irony that Trump has. So he frequently criticized, Obama for not saying things like radical Islam terrorists during like the campaign, but he didn't condemn white supremacy.
Not at all.
So all the time he was like, you need to say it. You need to call it. You need to call a thing, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And Obama didn't do it because it's not all fucking.
Yeah.
every Muslim is not a radical, Islamic terrorist. Like, these groups have names. Yes. So you're going to call them by their names, right? Not this overarching thing.
ISIS.
Yeah. It's people. You can't say all the Muslims do this, but he won't say something.
Right. He won't say KKK.
Yeah.
They got a name.
The oldest hate group in America.
Neo-Nazis.
The biggest fucking hate group. The oldest terrorist group in America. The Ku Klux fucking Klan. And they baby brothers, this militia. Because, Michigan got that shit. The Michigan militia up fucking north in them corns and shit. That's another piece. Would black people ever be allowed would they even make it out their car if they come geared up in fucking riot gear against the police?
Not
with
since the Black Panthers.
With shotguns?
Not since the Black Panthers.
No. The Black Panthers ain't have riot gear. They had their guns. Yeah. But these white boys came in bullet fucking proof vests. In army dress looking like
the police. You don't know if these motherfuckers the police or the militia.
Come on.
And then
why is that allowed? Why that shouldn't even be allowed when we're in a state of emergency like that? You can't wear no fake ass uniform. This ain't Halloween.
My thing is, where are the tear gas and the rubber bullets?
Yes.
They did that shit in Ferguson.
Yes.
They did that shit in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Where are the tear gas and the rubber bullets? Why these motherfuckers ain't being tear gas and why the fuck they ain't being shot with rubber bullets just like they do us?
Yep.
Instead, these motherfuckers are pushing back against the police barricade
running
and doing everything.
People are losing
running
their
over
lives.
motherfuckers, pushing back and shit, disrespecting the police, and the police ain't doing shit.
Yes.
I feel sorry for the black men and women that had to sit there and fucking protect these bitch ass motherfuckers.
Not only black, people of color, LGBTQ, and the Jewish folks. If you were in any of them categories and you had to serve on the police force in Virginia this week, I'm sorry. Because that's some bullshit.
That's some bullshit. I would have lost my fucking job.
You got to protect them?
You got to protect these motherfuckers?
And you got a president that ain't protecting you either?
Get the fuck out of here.
How crazy. How crazy. They talking about we protecting. I keep forgetting that man, that Lee. We got real vets who need help now. We got vets right now who need help, who fought for you.
Who are poor. Fucking homeless. Don't have health care.
Because they want to shut that down.
Don't know where the fuck they going to get their next meal from.
That are vets that need help and your support to get behind.
Right now.
It's just, it's a lot. Some other stuff I want to touch on is, for all our white cousins, brothers and sisters out there, it's y'all show. Like, it's y'all turn. Like, it's time for y'all to step up. It's time for you to say something. So it ain't okay to be silent no more.
No.
These your people.
By being silent, you are complicit with them.
Yeah. You on your team. So I know it might be scary. You might not have to face this before. You might see your auntie, uncle, cousin up on there, but it's time to say something.
It's time to say something. It's time to speak up, white folk.
Come on. You got to do something. Women. It's about to be on and popping. They killed that woman.
They killed that white girl.
Is a white woman. Okay?
The
white feminist movement is gathering their receipts, their coins, and their lawyers, and their flat everything. It will be handled. Like, they like scandal.
It's going to be handled.
Oh, yeah.
They're getting their pantsuits ready.
They better. Because what we've always said, Niram, if they do it to us,
they're going to do it to y'all.
So they just started with the black and brown people.
Yeah.
Then they moved to the LGBT community. Then they moved to the trans community.
Yeah.
Now they're moving to the white women.
Mm-hmm.
Keep up. And keep up, liberal white men. Y'all next.
Y'all next.
So you better come on. You better join the Black Lives Movement, honey. Because now you know what we're talking about.
Right.
And, and speaking of like the Black Lives Movement, it's this idea of moral equivalency. So just for folks who may be not familiar with that term, moral equivalency is a term used in like a political debate. So usually to criticize or deny that a moral hierarchy can be assessed of two sides in conflict, or the actions and tactics of two sides. So what a lot of folks been doing is saying like the white supremacists and with the Black Lives Matter, they're the same thing. They're mirroring each other. And they're not.
They're not.
That's bullshit. One, the white supremacist stands for hate. One race being superior over the other, like basically genocide of a culture.
Yeah.
And the other one is just basically saying we're here and we would like equality in our treatment.
Right.
So I just really want to make that, because y'all are going to hear that lately as we keep moving on. They're going to keep saying, well, what was that, about a year or so ago, where it was a rally and some folks killed somebody, like a police officer during the Black Lives. The difference is the Black Lives Movement stood up and said, this is not what we represent.
Right.
That person is an outsider. We're not affiliated with, like.
Yeah.
You take it, you speak up, and you own out. But the white supremacists, I ain't heard nobody apologize for this woman dying.
No.
I ain't heard nobody say they ain't got nothing to do with this. I ain't heard nobody say we're not affiliated with the KKK. I ain't heard nobody say nobody.
They're not.
And so those are the differences. And I think we were watching CNN last night. I forgot who it was on there. It was, of course, Van Jones' brother. He just be, I know he got to be exhausted. I know he on his We Rise tour and he trying to spill gumdrops and unicorn dust in the world, but then they coming up with this bullshit. Like, he got to be ready. But it was a variety of people, Republican and Democrats. And that's the first time I think on CNN when it was just quiet.
Right.
Because everybody ain't no disagreement.
It ain't no disagreement. Republicans were saying white supremacists, this shit ain't this
ain't us. I forgot what that man said. He was like a representative from Baby Bush. And when I tell you he was the most gangster white man I've seen on CNN in a long time, he basically was saying this is bullshit. The president is trash.
Yeah.
We denounce white supremacy. White supremacy does not speak for America, me, or this country. And if they ever try to do it again, they should be held to the highest standard. Like, he was going the fuck in.
And for the people who don't know, like white people, for the few white people that we got listening, I don't know. It's a couple who listen to Black Love Matters, but just know your silence, like white supremacy benefits you.
Yes.
Like, even though you're not fighting in this and
yes.
you being quiet, it benefits you.
Yes. Yes. That's what we're talking about, privilege.
This is privilege.
Yeah.
It benefits you. So you need to step the fuck up.
Yeah.
And you need to say something.
Yeah.
You need to go out there and you need to rally. You need to get the fuck together.
Yeah.
And get out there on the front lines with us.
But I told you, I was even shocked of just how the Republican Party was like, nah, I said the cat. So the only ones who really stand in this is Pence and Trump.
Yeah.
But everybody else, McCain done came back from the dead again. He not only tweeted, he released a whole full thick ass statement.
Should he be getting cancer treatment somewhere?
He drinking green juice. He said, I got to write one more thing. Brian, all of them came out. Rubio, Chris Christie done came back from the beach. And everybody hate Chris Christie.
Yeah.
But he was like, don't bring that shit to New Jersey. Mm-hmm. All these people are saying this. Baby Bush, all of them. It's sad when you crave for a time of Baby Bush.
Right.
Because Baby Bush wouldn't let this happen. Baby Bush be like, them white folk got to go. Yeah. People have said in the real country they got to go.
Y'all got to go.
You can't be doing this shit. I done told you can't do this in public. You got to go. I can't help you.
Y'all gone now. Yeah.
Get. You start talking that Texas talk. Get.
Gone. Shoot. Get on now.
That's Baby Bush. But another thing I gotta address too is this some black folks. This is what I'm talking about. What you saying, Jay-Z? We gotta stay together, family food. Some folks was getting on Obama for not saying anything. What the fuck he gonna say? It's fucked up. I mean, I think eventually he came out to say, hate can't continue. Obama give us a nice Nelson Mandela
quote. Yeah.
Quote. But what the fuck is Obama gonna say?
That nigga on vacation.
He not the president. America made America great again. Choose who they wanted. Mm-hmm. Like, damn. What? He's still on the back. What do you want him to do? Go up in the White House, use his spare key? What you want him to do? What do you want him to get on? Just be on Twitter, be angry like you? He can't be Instagram stars like y'all. What?
He can't be Twitter fingers.
He can't be Twitter fingers. He can't be or Instagram stories. Y'all know who y'all is. Y'all social commentary people who make y'all life off of it. He can't sit there and do 40 Instagram stories. He can't. And the other thing is, you don't know what the fuck he's doing.
No.
Just because he ain't like you and put it on Front Street.
Right. And telling all his fucking business.
That don't mean
he
ain't working for the movement in the back.
Exactly.
It's levels to this shit, sis, bruh, cuz.
It sure is.
And Obama is on a level that none of us can imagine.
Hell no.
Ain't none of us on it. Ain't none of us been in the White House, first lady, none of it. We ain't even Malia and Sasha. So yes, we hold him to a different fucking standard. And he can't be doing all the nigga shit we be doing sometimes on Instagram story. I knew everybody was lying when everybody Instagram stories were like 20 deep. I said, Jesus, there they go in their journals again. It looked like confessionals and Love and Hip Hop. I'ma stop right here. What you think Obama gonna get on there and do it?
Right.
With Michelle with a do-rag in the back?
Mm-hmm.
It don't work like that, sis, bro, cuz. And again, I keep going back. The white folks got to stand up on this. Shit, you know how the black and the Jewish and the LGBT community feel about it.
Right.
You know. Y'all know. We don't got to say it. I want to hear what the white people got to say.
It's implied.
Just like Bill Clinton, they came out and said they did what they were supposed to do. They come out and called the thing a thing. It ain't on Obama. Damn. Can a nigga get a break? don't know. I just felt that certain type. Did you think he should have been more vocal? I mean, I think he came out before like the end of last night and said something. Mm-hmm. But what he supposed to do? An Instagram story? Like, what is he supposed to do?
My thing is, by him saying something, what does that really mean anyway? What that really gonna do? He ain't the president. He ain't got the power. He ain't got the nuclear football.
He don't got the codes.
So I don't know. Even if he would have came out, what that would have done?
Except make you feel better. I'm trying to figure that out. And then why is he the only president held to that standard?
Right.
We go. Jimmy Carter's still alive. Like,
shit. What the rest? Yeah, exactly. What the rest of these alive white ass presidents said? Why the fuck they ain't said nothing?
And I appreciate when they do, because Bill Clinton said something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Baby Bush said like.
So I think that's more or less the thing. It's like, all right, Obama say something, but what does it really change? It don't change these white motherfuckers with fucking tiki.
And mind you, he did say something.
He did say something, but he didn't say white supremacy.
I don't think Obama, and I think he talked about the hatred part, but I just say I don't think this is Obama. I don't even think this is Obama's fight. Like, this is not. I'm trying to use my words wisely, mm-hmm. But I don't think this is like a brown people. Like white folks, y'all need to figure out what the fuck this they represent y'all. Right. We done said this about you.
Look, tap out. It's y'all turn, white people.
It's time for their civil war.
Yeah.
Like some got to give. This is a fight between the Republicans. Is this as Republicans? They're standing as Donald Trump is our president, and he's under the Republican Party. These white nationalists and supremacists are saying these are the core foundations of this.
Yeah, we're gonna take
that's a problem.
We're gonna take back America and do everything
in the name of Donald Trump.
In the name of Donald Trump, hail Donald Trump.
That don't sound like a black. So what? As a black person, what I got to say?
Right.
Told you. I don't know what. What we gonna say? Is I told you so?
I don't know.
So, anything else on that?
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's time, if any time other, practice some self-care.
Yeah, especially brown people, our Jewish brothers and sisters. Like, we ain't talking about it. They come with that Nazi shit. Yeah. Slavery is real and the remnants are still there. But that Holocaust shit was in the 40s.
They coming with this shit.
It's supposed to a lot. The
hell, the oldest man in the world. Yeah. The oldest man in the world was a Holocaust survivor. He just died
because he can't take it.
He couldn't take that shit no more.
He said he not going through this shit again.
Not again.
He said he done fought the battle. It's your turn. So I think that would be even more sensitive. Mm-hmm. As being a Jewish person, that these people coming with all hell Hitler and swastikas. Yeah. It's like, really?
Where the fuck that shit come from? Are we in the Cold War again?
Come on. So, like I said, self-care for brown people.
Yes. It's time for some self-care, y'all. Yeah. Everybody. Yeah. Write in a journal. Limit yourself to this news shit. Yeah. Like, give it an hour, give it 30 minutes. Limit yourself on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You got to limit yourself. Yeah. Go watch something that's going to make you laugh and it's going to fulfill you. Yeah. Don't watch What the Hell because you fucking around going to be vegan like me.
But I do think self-care is important so we can get back to this fight.
Yes.
Because the fight ain't over. I think who was we watching on? Was it Jay Versace? He was like, I'm not even a gangster, but you're going to make me do gangster things. Yeah. This is your final warning, white people. Cut up one more time. Because he was like, it's more brown people on this earth than white people. Keep it up.
Yeah.
Keep it the fuck up.
Keep it up.
But all right then, what's our next topic?
Well, one of the things I was reading is that Spike Lee, good old Spike. Announced a rally at the NFL headquarters in support of Colin Kaepernick.
Oh yeah, I do remember this. So this was that fight against injustice, right? Mm-hmm. For Spike calling out basically the NFL for blackballing Colin Kilpatrick, right?
Colin Kaepernick. Baby.
What'd I say?
Colin Kilpatrick.
Oh, I didn't like Kwame Kilpatrick.
Yeah.
You know my heart. So again, the legendary director Spike Lee will host a rally in support of the unsigned quarterback on August 23rd, as he said, who's been blacklisted, protesting police brutality from last season. On Twitter, Spike Lee announced that there will be a rally in front of the NFL headquarters in New York to call out the league's inability to sign the 29-year-old quarterback. Despite Colin leading his former team, the San Francisco 49ers, to a 110 victory. He threw over 2,000 yards, scoring 16 touchdowns to only 4 interceptions and rushing 468 yards and 2 more scores. No one team has approached him for starting or backup position, even though he has quality stats. With football season around the corner, it will be interesting to see if these changes how people and companies support NFL franchises. So I read those stats. Are those really good stats?
Yeah, those are decent stats.
He should be picked up, like at least as a backup. Of course he's being blackballed.
Yeah.
Of course.
He is.
But that's what I'm saying. I've never been into, I know this is going to be blasphemy, football. And not even just as a woman. Like everybody, oh, as a girl, you're not into it. It's always been trash to me.
Mm-hmm. Why? Why when your dad watch it every week?
My dad and my uncle. So I come from a Midwest family where football Sunday is a thing. It's important. It's a cultural thing. I just never got it. Like something in my spirit, you know, it's been because I've been touched by white hands in the readings of Baldwin. Mm-hmm. Like it's some okey doke shit coming here. I feel like it takes a lot of productivity away. Mm-hmm. Like, do you just feel like you ain't doing shit?
Yeah, your whole Sunday, that's pretty much gone.
It's gone. Not just Sunday. It's like the whole month. It's football come on every day. I can handle Sunday because it's a day of rest. Because I'll binge watch something on Sunday in a minute. But it be coming on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm like, so what the fuck we put? Because it's been a lot of times it interrupted my television. But you know, broader. You know, I'm getting off topic, but. I think what I like about what Spike is doing is you got to stand against the bullshit and call a thing a thing.
Yes, I agree.
So when they're trying to say, oh, no one wants to sign, he doesn't fit in the culture. No, y'all don't like what the fuck he did. And unless you can point to me in the code of conduct, the rules that say that when he signed his contract, he agreed to hail to the flag or whatever the fuck we say we're going to do. What the fuck is the problem?
Right.
I feel like he need to get a, what's it called? A discrimination suit for unlawful firing.
He should.
Like, it just seemed... You're more of the sports guru. I'm just talking off the dome here on how I feel in my emotions. Mm-hmm. But you tell me what's the politics that goes into this. But before you do, so actually we might have to tweak Spike. So what we just show up, Spike?
Yeah, he didn't give us no instructions. Spike, what we do? What type of signs?
Sign? What are we demanding?
Because
I'm the type of nigga. Fuck that. Turn off football. Stop buying they shit.
Spike.
Fuck the Super Bowl.
Spike, what directions do you have for us? I know you just tweeted out like rally for Colin Kaepernick, NFL headquarters. What is it? August 23rd.
Yeah.
But what else? We need to bring some signs. Are we? Do we bring some spray paint? You know, what are we doing?
What's going on?
Are we just gonna be rallying?
Yeah.
Spike, that's all I want to know.
Yeah.
But I agree. You know, Colin Kaepernick was a good NFL player. Yes. It's very unfortunate the way that he is being blackballed for a sport that he enjoys and loves to play, and especially how the NFL are picking up other motherfuckers who are out of shape, don't give a fuck about the game, or just have lesser stats than he do.
Yes, that's the key.
So if y'all really wanted to win, quote unquote win, and y'all like, if it's about the game and, you know, we just want to win and it's about wins and losses, why the fuck you ain't pick his ass up then?
But the thing is, what he did wasn't disrespectful.
No.
It ain't like he was walking around with his middle fingers in the air, flashing his ass. He bowed.
Yeah.
Because
he took a knee.
Because what I was going to say is, so is every person in the NFL like American? Is that a rule that you have to be American to play football?
No.
So if I'm not American, why would I praise the flag or pledge allegiance to the flag if I'm from Canada? Mm. Like, we ain't even going to go drastic. We're going to go to America Junior. You know, America to the North.
I'm from Canada. I'm going to see it. I've been playing football. And
I don't pledge allegiance to the American flag.
No.
So what would be the difference? Because I'm assuming he would just take a knee and just stand there.
Right.
So that's why I'm having a hard part. Again, it's not like he went around like a fuck nigga with his middle fingers in the air.
Fuck America.
Tweaking,
fuck
twerking.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
No, you don't do that. But
silent protest.
Yes.
And that's the thing, white folks, if you are mad about Colin Kaepernick, but not mad about the shit that was going on, you are indeed
the problem.
Racist.
Yes, wait. Before we go on, did y'all see that Twitter? If y'all looking for a Twitter handle to follow for some self-care, is yes, you are racist on Twitter.
That has been giving me life.
It's called Yes, You Are Racist on Twitter. please follow them. What they're doing, they're exposing motherfuckers who are racist because the motherfuckers done took the hoods off. And what they did, they done fucked up because this yes, you are racist. It's finding out who these people are, tagging them. Wait a minute, wait for it. Then they're finding out where they work at and tagging their job and saying, do you know your employer is racist? Do your company condemn racism? And then white people do white things and say, hell no, that motherfucker fired.
Right.
So people is losing their motherfucking jobs on this. And they deserve to. If you willing to do it, you need to deserve it to. What his name is, that racist ass Spencer, whoever his name is, hire their asses.
Yeah.
Put them on your payroll.
Exactly.
And we'll see where it go from there. So again, it's yes, you are racist, Twitter. If you need just a little self-care.
It is. It is it. That is it right there.
Come on.
That's all I got on Colin.
I mean, that's it. That's all you like.
But what else to say, baby? It's fucked up. It's racist. Whoever believe this shit is wrong, and whoever fighting and mad about Colin Kaepernick doing this shit, about his ass taking a knee, but not mad at this UVA shit, you racist. It's nothing else to say. He got better stats than motherfuckers who didn't get picked up.
Yeah.
Better stats, probably more in shape. And everything else.
And the thing is, he a threat, so they think, that he gonna infiltrate the team.
Yes,
and he should.
And you know what? It's not gonna infiltrate the team, but you got white people just like, well, I'm not supporting that team no more. What it all comes down to is money. Yeah. It comes down to dollars. He's not being picked up because they know these white motherfuckers, these heel-ass motherfuckers who put all their allegiance in these football teams and these sports teams like it's like they're fucking God.
I think that's what I have a problem with too. Go ahead.
They not picking him up because they know ticket sales is going to go down, jersey sales is going to go down, and and sponsorships and all that shit is going to go down because you know how these white people get when they don't get their way. So by bringing Colin Kaepernick on, it is a threat to their money. Yeah. So it's going to take somebody who's going to be like, I don't give a fuck about this money. Yeah, I'm bringing him on because he's a good player. Yes. And until that happens, all the shit is fucked up. Jesus. And that's all I got to say about that.
All right, well, Neil. All right, Neil. I heard you. That's sexy.
It's sexy, right?
Yes, I'm sexy. Thank you.
Hey. Well, in other chasing the ball like a dog news.
What?
We'll get to that later.
What? Hold on, you said chasing after the ball like a dog.
Yeah, and other chasing after the ball like a dog news. Your boy. I'm just here so I won't get fined. Marshawn Lynch just came back.
Lynches.
Marshawn.
I like to add an S to the end of my word Lynches. Like you like Kmart's.
Yeah, Kmart's.
Marshawn Lynches.
Marshawn Lynches. Did the same thing. During the preseason game, and his first his first NFL game since 2015 on Saturday night. While he didn't get dressed, while he was dressed, but he didn't get on the field, he still made attention because Marshawn Lynch sat through the national anthem, echoing the actions of Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
So, they had all this stuff. People wanted to know what was going on. Is he, doing what he does? So, they couldn't get in touch with Marshawn Lynch, so they tried to find him. They're not going to
get in touch with him because he ain't got nothing to do with his job.
Right. So, Raiders coach, Jack Del Rio has spoke to Lynch after the game, and he wasn't aware that he was planning to sit out. And Lynch said that, this is something I've been doing for 11 years. It's not a form of anything other than me being myself. Ooh. And Del Rio said to him, so, I understand how you feel, and I strongly believe in standing for the national anthem, but I'm going to respect you as a man, and you do your thing, and we going to do ours, so this is a non-issue for me.
Because they don't want no one, Marshawn.
My question, what if...
he ain't retired?
He retired and he came back.
He really don't want none
he
with
retired
him.
in 2015.
They really don't want none with him then.
So my question is this.
His check done cleared, right? Yep. It's cleared. Okay.
My question is this. What if Marshawn Lynch came back out of retirement just to do a national anthem protest?
It would be brilliant. What if all the niggas... See, this is what I ain't want to get to. I was tapping lightly around this.
I know.
Why don't all the niggas do a protest? It's a lot. I'm sorry. Just looking at the fields, it seems like to be more niggas than white people playing, correct?
Yeah.
What if all the niggas sit down? What'd happen? They gonna fire all of them? You telling me you got a bunch of brute-ass white boys waiting to come on in? That's gonna be better?
No.
What happened? What'd happen?
Nothing.
And we become a united front.
So here's the thing. You got people who's like, sit your ass down. stick to playing football. You know, I used to be a supporter of him. Now I can't support him no more. Now I can't support the Ravens. Like, this is the issue that white people are afraid of.
But what I'm saying is, of all the niggas, is there a white team?
No.
Except the Patriots? I'm joking. But I feel like they're white. Like, it's just, even the name Patriots, just white, 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 Boston, white, white, white. But is there a team in football that's majority white?
I don't have the answer to that.
No, I do. I don't even watch football. No. So if all of them do it, so all the white people just not gonna like no team?
Right. I see.
Fine. Fuck it.
I see where
ain't no skin off my back. Mm-hmm. Even if you can't get the football, that was po before.
I see where you're going with this.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, they mad, but this is us.
Yeah.
We're the majority. This is what my young sir on Twitter was saying. We the majority, nigga.
Yeah.
See, this is what we forgetting. We about to be the majority in this bitch. And you got to swing your power.
2022 is around the corner.
It's around the corner. So what would happen if all the browns, so I'm including Latinos, I don't care if you're mixed, the quarter, you're in the brown, the boy with the long hair, all of it. Come on.
One drop rule.
All of one drop rule. And you all bend the knee or stand silent and see what happens. So all the white people just gonna stop looking at football? Is that what you're telling me? People ain't gonna watch the Super Bowl? Is that what you're telling me? That's a fucking lie.
That's a lie.
But niggas got to be willing to go together and be able to take up a battle. And I know a lot of times people say, you know, I don't know if this is their job. What the fuck you mean you don't know if it's your job? You have to take a stance. You have to say something.
Yes.
And maybe this is the point. You know, this is where me and Nia agree a lot. And this is where, you know, we're trying to get near. I'm on this side. I really don't fuck with any sport too much. Any professional sport, even not even professional, even college. So I'm talking about football, basketball, any of that shit where like black men are kind of the heads of it, but all white men run it and oversee it. This idea is that they're chasing after a ball like a dog for the white man entertainment. Football, what they do, they just tossing the ball and they just running up and down the court, and it's just white people looking at it clapping. Like you do a dog. Go get it. Now bring it back. Good boy. Here go your money. Instead of doggy treats, they just give him the money. Same thing for basketball. All right, look at that nigga. There you go. Bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. Ooh, shoot it. Ooh, look how he jump up and down so good. I can't stand that bullshit. I can't. Running up and down the court like a dog chasing the ball. That's what these niggas is looking like.
Yeah.
For white man's entertainment.
It is for white man's entertainment.
I don't give a fuck how much money they pay you.
And I think this was more or less where I'm getting at with this story. And the next story I'm going to get is that most of these motherfuckers who are doing this, they don't want you to say that. They want you to be a voiceless individual who run up and down the ball, stay in your motherfucking place, stick to fucking football.
Just like a dog. I didn't ask for your opinion, Fido. Right. I told you to get the goddamn ball and bring it back. And after that, you get your bacon bits.
Right.
Ain't nobody ask you if you like running. Ain't nobody ask you, did you want water? Ain't nobody ask you if you want to come in the house.
Yeah.
Same shit they doing to them.
The same shit.
Now, if all the dogs in America flipped on our ass, we'd be scared. Let a Rottweiler flip on me. He can have his whole house. let me get a Rottweiler and I throw the ball. And he like, hey, nope. And he throw the ball at me. He can have a house. I'm like, this his home.
This is you the one.
But do you know?
Yeah, and I'm saying though, and if he did come back just to protest the national anthems, this is fucking brilliant. Yes, he is brilliant, and I wish more people would do this shit. Yes, and, and I don't know if this is the fact that his ass been sitting down during national anthems for 11 years. I can't prove it, but if his ass did, his ass done slipped under the motherfucking radar all this damn time. Yes, and y'all mad at Colin Kaepernick ass? Yeah, the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's trash, and.
I haven't been, and I know this is where, we had this disagreement. Like, I haven't been for football since I was an athlete. Yeah. And since me being like a collegiate athlete and seeing.
Oh, it's even worse at the college level. Yes, oh, Jesus. For y'all who watch
the bullshit that goes on behind the curtain of being a collegiate football athlete.
Come on, Neil. I feel a word coming on because now I'm about to start preaching to the black men on Sunday who's watching it. Or I'm about to start preaching to the women who allow the black men to do this. Because they turn into motherfucking zombies. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So just the fact of like, A, you being paid pennies. B, you not getting a fucking education. C, if your ass get injured, your scholarship ain't fucking guaranteed. So your ass get injured and they deem your ass useless.
Yep.
Your ass gone.
On the street. And injured. Mentally and physically.
Physically and mentally, and putting your body on the line.
Yep.
Having your brain being squashed up against your motherfucking skull.
Yep.
About to have CTE.
About to. Got it.
Shit, for this shit.
Got it.
For what?
For what?
Knowing
For
that.
entertainment of white people and gaining of white dollars.
Yes. And that's the thing. These sports, these athletics is the biggest drawer of money in all collegiate. At all collegiate. If you're not a Harvard or a Ivy League,
a liberal arts school, yeah,
or a first name last name school, if you a state school, a D1 school, all your money, 95% of your money comes from athletics.
Yep, absolutely. And the only thing them athletes getting is maybe a tuition waiver for a degree they ain't never gonna get and somewhere to stay in 2 months a day. Come on, it sounds like jail.
Tell me about it. So moving on, and I just want to add this story too. So during all the stuff that's going on, LeBron James had sent sending out some tweets, and people told his ass to stick to basketball.
What did I just say?
So
what did I just tell you that the white people were going to say? Did I tell you to do that? I told you to get the ball, put it in the hoop. I'll give you your money, and you're going to do it again. And go on with your black family.
So LeBron James said in the tweet, it's sad what's going on in Charlottesville. Is this the direction our country is going? It's heading.
It ain't the direction. It's the way it's been.
Make America great again, huh? And then in the onslaught of tweets, you get please stick to basketball. Just stick to what you know best, dribbling the ball. LeBron, you should probably stick to basketball. Just stick to winning rings, my guy. Like, this is the shit I'm talking about.
This is why we have to stand up and say something. Or, again, I know I'm hurting the folks who love sports, and I know it's a thing. But is there a way we can support black-owned sport? What Ice Cube doing, honey? I might have to go see what he talking about.
Right.
That 303 shit?
Yeah, support Beat 3 or something.
Yeah, I might have to do that one because I personally, Nyambi cannot support this NBA shit, this NFL shit, and NCAA, which is a whole nother bullshit in itself, for the way that they're treating these black men.
So, what these two stories have in common? These stories both include black men playing a sport that's owned by racist owners with the expectation of that they ass is going to be chasing this ball, running after the ball, fetching after the ball, and then putting the ball in the basket or running towards the line like a motherfucking dog.
Like a dog.
No, you can't speak against injustices.
No,
your ass can't protest.
No.
Only thing your ass can do is go get that ball, pull it in the hoop, or run across the line.
Yes.
Do not go against the grain, or you fucking up my money.
Yep.
And if you do go against the grain, we're going to punish you, we're going to ridicule you, and we're going to tell your ass to stay in your motherfucking place.
Come on.
And if you don't do that, we're going to blackball you from the sport. Now you can't make a fucking living doing something you do because your ass ain't got the skills or the talents to do nothing else because you wasn't smart enough to get that degree.
Come on. Oh, my God, I'm so angry.
Your ass wasn't smart enough to get that fucking degree. And if you did get that degree, your ass was treated just like the motherfuckers at that school where they just put all the black kids in AFAM studies.
Yes.
The fuck you gonna do with an AFAM degree?
Nothing.
A goddamn thing.
Yeah.
So, I feel like this is an opportunity for athletes, all athletes to step the fuck up and protest this shit. Like every black player. I would say even on UVA school. Every
UVA.
black player on UVA's team, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, underwater basket weaving, if you're a black person and you play on an athletic team, this is your time to step the fuck up and say something. Walk the fuck off the court.
Take sacrifice.
It do take sacrifice, and it take fucking balls to do that.
Yeah, it takes sacrifice.
And it takes knowing that, you might be a motherfucking martyr, but guess what? Somebody else is going to benefit from it.
Because I done took L's.
Yeah.
Come on. I can show you a few L's.
Shit.
I can show you my journal.
They hung motherfucking nooses at our undergrad.
Yep. Come on.
Motherfucker, I protested.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah.
So this is your time. Like, don't let this shit go. Mm-hmm. This is your time. School is about to start up. Like, football is about to start. We in the preseason at UVA. This is time where, UVA get a TV spot. Yep. This is time where the black football players step the fuck off.
Yeah, say something. And then also I argue to the folks who take it in.
Yeah.
So for those diehard fans, like, what does this mean when you're when you're watching these things, what you're supporting?
Yeah.
So just be a little bit more thoughtful in those things. So I even think back to the type of men we were talking about last episode. Mm-hmm. So what I think this goes is to them Delta men. Mm-hmm. Who ain't doing shit, who consistent. They watch football every Sunday. They play Final Fantasy. They be in this warp hole, right? Mm-hmm. But you fighting against the community. Like, it's bigger than this shit.
Yeah.
You investing your time and energy into this?
Mm-hmm.
And we need your help elsewhere? That's crazy. And then for the women who just allowed them to do it.
Speaking of that, shout out to Michael Vick's wife.
What she do?
So there was this clip, I guess he in like a reality TV show, and they showed a clip of Michael Vick's wife getting his ass. Like, you know, Mike, I'm tired of this bullshit. Like, the shit you said was stupid as fuck.
Come on, sis.
Now these motherfuckers coming after me after your stupid ass shit.
Yeah.
And then I'm sorry, babe, man, my bad. And her ass, you know what your ass ain't gonna get, nigga? You ain't gonna get no fucking ass.
What? Shut it down, ladies. But that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's a holistic conversation. I had this conversation with Niram. I think I finally put him on the dark side. I'm moving it with my dad and friends. Like, even my close friends.
Yeah.
We don't be watching sport. Like,
no.
That ain't a thing. Like, motherfuckers be having on their phone. No. I'm not invested in that. Do you know what they do for black men? And as a black man, what that feels like to watch that? Yeah. Ain't nobody trying to watch slavery again. They can watch Roots. At least it's historically accurate.
Right.
What? Why are you laughing?
No, but it's the truth.
It's just something about that rubs me the right way. So, and then folks people be more into this athletic shit than what's going on.
And then life. These niggas be so damn passionate about a fucking ball.
And we got people dying.
A ball in the field. And and this is the thing, like, and I get it. You know, basketball, football, these sports is like they ticket to get out. You know, it help these kids stay out of trouble and stay out of gang life.
Allegedly.
I get it.
Allegedly.
I get it. Allegedly. But it got to be something bigger than this. It's something bigger and better than this because all this shit equals entertainment for a white man.
Yes.
For these white men and perpetuate racism all over.
If you like, go help the child group. Go help the high schools or what's the one, the centers at the youth centers. Uh-huh. If you someone has, go help the children there. Mm-hmm. Go sign up to be a coach. Get off the damn couch. If you love sports that much, go sign up and help the children. If you love sports that much, get your fat ass up. Get your lazy ass up. Get your Delta. Get your damn the Deltas. Yeah. Get the Delta self up and go play a sport. Stop looking at it. But you a Delta, so that's your life. You don't do life. You look at life pass you by. So that makes sense. Anything else now?
Well, as a couple, like,
I'm sorry.
You know, all this shit is going on. But as a couple, like, how do you, evidently you ain't got to have that problem with me.
No,
but
I wouldn't. That's an expectation. But what is it? What's the question?
You know, how do, like, advice for women who are dealing with these men who, are so into sports, supported, fanatics about it, and all this other stuff, and you know that they are perpetuating racism and are supporting a
system that's against your community.
Exactly.
First, I'll give everything sweet. Mm-hmm. So first, give it to him sweet. Say, baby, I know you love this, da da da, but this, this represents that, and as we're growing in our relationship, I want us to grow together and be able to see a common purpose. I'm not saying that you don't got to ever watch football, basketball, whatever slave trade you like to watch. But can we make a compromise or like some way figure out how we go through this? So, if Sundays is your day, maybe I'll go out and do something, but no Saturday. Like, I will start with that. Yeah. But it's a lot of Negroes who get buck.
Yeah.
But after they get buck, you got to shut it down. Oh, we don't get you on no pussy. What? I'd be like, it turns me off whenever I see football. Oh my God, it just makes me asexual. I don't even like sex. See, asexual is a different level. I have no emotion for it.
When I see two black men hit their head against each other,
it just see their brain cells dying.
And them chasing after the ball.
Sometimes you got to do it that, and then to the third level, usually by the end, y'all men easy, y'all break. But if it gets to that next level, you really gotta have a serious conversation. Is this a non-negotiable for you? Because it's broader than just the football. That's what I'm saying. It's broader than just the sports. Yeah. It's how your morals, values, align.
Yeah.
In how you represent yourselves as a family, because your spouse is a representation of you and you are a representation of your spouse. So a lot of times when I tell these females, if your husband trash, you a little trash too.
Yeah.
If your husband's trash, you're trash. Simple.
Guilty by association.
Which is you guilty by association. If you a little good, he a little good. But if he trash, you trash too. It ain't no separation. If he's trash, if he's lazy, if he has no initiative, if he's not moving forward, guess what verbs I'm associating, nouns I'm associating with you? The same shit, because you tolerate it.
True that.
So you got to make a choice, sis, bro, cuz, of who you going to be associated with. What do we say? Marriage is the hugest political statement that you're giving to the world of who you are. Mm-hmm. So you got to make a decision. If you okay to compromise, the football stuff don't bother you so much, he good in all the other areas, stick with them. But you got to be able to stand by your shit and stand in it.
Yeah.
That's some shit I can't stand in.
And I also think it's
Does that mean, I don't know if that's too harsh.
No.
But I have told a few friends that, you talking this way about your husband. All these words you use about your husband, are you prepared to flip it around and put it to yourself?
Ooh.
If not, you might need to leave them.
That's a word.
What?
Message.
What you mean it's a word? All these words you use to describe, and I ain't talking about boyfriend or girlfriend. I'm talking about your husband or your partner you've made a deep commitment to.
Yeah.
If you're willing to say all these words about him, good or bad, are you willing to hold the mirror up and put it to you?
Yeah.
Because that's who you are too. Because that's how other folks see you.
True that.
They don't see that, oh, he trash and then you not trash.
Mm. They see y'all trash together.
You trash together. It's levels to the trash, but there's a little trash to it.
Yeah.
Some stink just because you put Febreze on it. Something about you like it.
True that.
I'm just speaking my truth. You asked me.
No, and I think that's the thing. But I also got to think, like, for these fellas who, and I more or less was caught up in that trap too of thinking like sports is the only way out the hood, or like sports being that ticket. And like when I lost my football scholarship and I transferred, like that's when like it was just an awakening that happened to know like I can't rely on sports. Yeah. I can't rely the privilege that sports gave me, tutors and all this other shit that I just blew down the toilet. Yeah. And like transferring to that PWI and just being a number and flunking out and getting that 2.2 GPA and knowing like, oh shit, like this ain't really the way now. Yeah. Like you got to liberate yourself. And sometimes it takes going down. Yeah. It takes going down that path and like literally losing it to come back and be like, all right, I need to pull myself up and figure out what's this new way.
I think that's the perfect. Yeah. You described it. Nyambi 1 on 10. Liberation is that idea. Because I want to reiterate, just because you watch sports, I'm not saying you're a trash person, you're a trash black man. Like it's not about that. But it's understanding what it represents, how much you're going to invest your time and money into it. Yeah. I can't take that. Yeah. Because even though my father, he believes in watching sports, but he'll cut that shit out now. Like, he ain't about to not have family day or support or go to church or interact or be amongst family because sports is on. Yeah. That ain't how that works. Also, my dad ain't about to go spend all this money playing with all these sports. It's on the TV and be in the back. That's fine. Right. But that's what I'm saying. There's levels to this stuff. I'm more speaking to the extremes. And y'all know who I'm talking about. Them folks who can't get away from it. They going out with you in public. They taking the phone out. They got to watch it on their phone. What the fuck is wrong with you? That's an addiction. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about drinking a beer on Sunday and sitting on. I ain't talking about that. I want to make that clear. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
So,
but it's really about liberation because it's hard. Like, me losing my football scholarship and doing that was like one of the hardest things I had to do. But like after, I came on the other side a way much better man. Yeah. And I've done things that I didn't know I can do. Yeah. A, graduate from college, but B, get 2 fucking master's degrees and, have an opportunity to get a PhD if I want to. So
come on. That was a good one, Neil.
It is.
This is a very emotionally driven episode. I think I done been raw than I ever been. Usually I try to give more advice. I was like, talk sweet, give up pussy or leave. Them the only 3 levels. The Nyambi face.
Well, can you wrap this up in a pretty little bow for us?
I don't think I can. But I do like what you said, Niram, this idea of being liberated and understanding, why you're doing things, what is intentionality behind it, and know that your actions all have a consequence, and being aware of that and tying it into it and knowing that all this is bigger than you. So, the thing that the actions and decisions we do now is bigger than just us. It's about our families. It's about our communities. It's about further impacts. And I think what's important for our generation is to be able to take the step back and knowing when we have to say that. So regardless of it's this football, athletic thing, people not having their rights to, have fair and equal speech
Yeah.
to this other extreme and that's going on in Virginia.
Yeah.
So this again, they can take candles and blow torches and shit to a university campus and do this, but this man can't take a knee.
Right.
And we can't have an opinion about that type stuff and can't hold him to the same standards like that. It's levels to this shit.
Yeah, it is.
And we just have to just sincerely be aware.
I think the main thing I have is just, race rights are human rights.
Yes.
And
thank you, Neil. You come with the namaste because I'm on 10.
We are in the struggle together, y'all,
Yes.
and it's definitely time to practice some self-care.
Yes.
Don't let this shit enthrall y'all. Don't let Twitter and Instagram and Facebook enthrall y'all for this shit.
Yeah.
And now your whole week is gone.
Yeah. No, don't do that.
And now you can't go to fucking work and you just want to punch the white people in the face at work. Because you can't do that shit now.
No.
So practice you some self-care. Get ready for Monday.
Yes, get ready for Monday.
Well, today is Monday when y'all listen to this. But get ready for the next day. Get ready for work.
Yeah.
Because you still got to make a living. You still got to live.
Yes, I
So
agree.
that's what I got. We got any kitchen table talk?
Yes, we do. So as always, to submit questions for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us an email at blacklovematters@gmail.com. That's blacklovematters@gmail.com. So the email reads, Hi, Niram and Nyambi. I have a problem getting in serious, air quotes, relationship with girls. I'm 25. I'm not a shy guy when I talk to them about daily life or when I help them with their homework or even when I dance at them at the clubs.
Hey.
Whoa. But unfortunately, when I want to take it to the next level with them, it never works. I get awkward and I'm left single. It's really frustrating. I haven't had an intimate relationship with the girl. I'm wondering if you could help me out. Wow. First of all, okay. It's hard for me to transition.
Take a breather.
Okay. So it sounds like to me, so he's 25, educated because he helping with homework.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you go to the club, so he get out. All right. It sounds like you being friend zoned.
Yeah.
To me. But the thing I would say, we have to figure out why you're getting friend zoned. And there's a lot of reasons that men get friend zoned. So the first thing I always like to say is you got to stop doing boyfriend things if you ain't their boyfriend. Oh, I know that sounds harsh. But also to ladies, you can't expect a man to do your boyfriend things and they don't have boyfriend benefits. That's not fair. That ain't how it works. Because you ain't, a lot of women, I guess they do girlfriend things, but you shouldn't. So if you're doing this, you're the one they call, you're doing groceries, you're doing all this stuff around the house for them, and then they be like, all right, see you later because my boo about to come over. Right. You got to stop that shit.
You getting the pussy wet for the other dude.
Come on, getting it nice and ready and tamed for the next person to jump in. The next thing I would say about the friend zone, I see a lot of men get into it, is because they send mixed signals. Mm-hmm. So are you the one either being ultra upfront? So when you meet the girl, you're like, you're my queen. I see you and me being married with 3 kids and a picket fence. You the one. That's too much. That's too much. Mm-hmm. That's too much for, especially at 25. That's still, so that means you're dating girls anywhere between 20 and maybe 30. Yeah. That's still a little much. I think once you hit that 30 to 40, you can go to people like, you the one.
Right.
All right, we the one. We gonna make this work. That's something. That's the pack you can make. But I think that 20 to 30, you still got to tread a little lightly on that shit. Or on the opposite side, are you being bashful? Look, I got like the 7 doors. Bashful. Because being a woman, if you one of them guys that's like, you can't get the vibe off of. Yeah. Like, are we just friends or are we not friends? Or even when the girl try to push up on you, you like trying to be respectful and not doing nothing. So I'm thinking like maybe I'm not the one, or maybe he gay. Yeah. As a woman, you do think that sometimes, like, because the thing is, you had a good time with him, you put a signal out to him, and then he don't reciprocate that big. Right. And you was like, well, shit, he either one don't like me or he gay. Mm-hmm. But he good people, so I keep him around. Yeah. So I'm thinking that might happen. The next things I would say is, are you foreign? From the vibe of this email, I'm getting that he not African American. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Yeah. Meaning of slave descent.
Gotcha.
So I'm getting a little maybe African continent realness, or island, or maybe just expat from somewhere. So even if you African American, was your family like an army and you traveled around, like you a little traveled? Do you get that vibe? I got that when he talking about we helped them with their homework. Yeah. And he danced with them at the club.
And danced with them at the club.
Sorry, brothers out there. I don't know a lot of brothers that be like, I help you with your homework.
Y'all,
without no expectation, honey.
Y'all seen what I said when Naomi was like, we're going to meet at the library. Yeah. Like, you got books and shit for real? I thought that was cold for something. Shit.
So, and I'm just playing more with that. But speak, if you're foreign, if you're not American born, just some of the trends and culture of courting are different. Yeah. Does that make sense? So that where the ball might be missing.
So you coming from wherever you coming from, thinking you doing everything right and you got it lined up, but you missing kind of them American, more particular African American signals where it comes to folks being interested and want to date. And maybe it's like more of a crossing, like two ships passing in the night.
Yeah.
So maybe the girls is saying that they really like you, but you're not picking up on it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that might happen. And if you have any American-born friends that you're really close with, maybe you should ask them. Like, you should have friends you can have real talk with to be like, so I'm trying to do X, Y, and Z. What's your thoughts? But make sure it's someone you really, really trust. And then my next suggestion is ask friends to connect you. Just ask friends to say, you know, you got any date? Can I double date with? Just to get out there. Because I think dating and relationships are like jobs. It almost takes one to get one. It's easy to get one when you got one, though. But I got to explain it. So, and jobs, I always say it's easy to get a job when you got a job. Dating, I'm not saying it's easy to get a girlfriend or boyfriend when you got one. But when you're in the realm, when you're dating, it's easy to solidify a relationship compared to where it's just desert. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make
sense.
If
you're dating around, nothing serious, but you're going on dates a couple times a week, doing that more consistently, it's easier to grow a partner from that than to just kind of stagnantly dating one person at a time. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I just see more, you know, because you're able to kind of get out there more, see who you like, who you don't like, and move from there. And then lastly, you know, this is not Nyambi favorite, but folks have been successful online dating.
Yeah.
And see what happens. Again, it's the idea of dating. And just getting out there and interacting with people and going to bars or Starbucks or the parks or I don't know, wherever you like to go and date.
Right.
Niram, what's your thoughts?
I agree with you that once you get friend zone, it's hard to fucking get out.
Yeah, it's hard to get. So I don't know if I would go backtrack on any of them other ones because once you in there, it's hard to get out.
Because you know, girls are, you know, women are quick to give you. Well, you know, I kind of see you as a brother now, and I can't be having sex with the thought of me having sex with my brother.
Friend zoned.
You friend zone, bro. Just because.
Yeah.
And that's hard to get out of. Yeah. The other thing is just like, you know, how forward are you? And I think Nyambi touched on this. Like, you know, are you being upfront or are you being bashful? And like, you know, what gets awkward about the situation? You know, are you afraid of rejection? You know, and that's why you're not putting your best foot forward? Or like, have you just ever said to someone like, you know, sis, I'm feeling you. Yeah. You know, and I'm feeling you more than a friend. And, you know, I would love to see like where that goes. Or just being specific wording, like none of this non-specific, I can't get specific stuff. Like, you know, so instead of saying like, you know, let's go to the movies or let's go out to the bar, like, you know, say like, I want to take you out on a date. Yeah. Like, be specific with it. Like, you know, we going out. Like, let's go to the movie. And they be like, oh, we're going into movies as friends. Like, no, you need to say, I want to take you out on a date. Yes. And like you say, I want to take you on a date, like movie and dinners or something like that. But I think those type of specific wording will help you at least move towards, you know, out the friend zone and more or less into like a relationship zone. Because now you at least putting that interest out there by saying words like, you know, date or, you know, versus those non-specific things. Like, you know, let's go to the bar together. Like, no, I'm going to take you on a date. Yes. You know, let's go to happy hour, baby girl. Yes. You know, those type of things I think may help out. I think I had one more. I think you also mentioned that, like, you know, connecting with friends, doing double dates.
Or what about some of them girls who friend zoned you?
Yeah, once you ask some of them friend zone girls, get them jealous.
Yeah, oh, don't do that now.
Get some of them girls who friend zoned you and say, you know, I'm trying to look for love. You know, I know we ain't work out, but you got anybody that think I may be a good match with?
Don't do that.
And then you take their ass out, and then you blow their ass out, and then you had that friend zone girl looking all weird and shit. Like,
you silly. You ready to start some shit.
I wanted to be. I want whatever you doing to her. I want you to do it to me.
Yep. Okay.
Now they lonely.
Okay.
So, you know, I think all that helps, but I really think it's just all about, you know, being for and being very specific what you mean and being impeccable with your word. And I know, like, the fear of rejection could have you misspeak or, you know, not use specific terms because, you know, you don't want to have that direct rejection, like, you know, I'm feeling you more than a friend, like, can we see what's going on from that? And they be like, no, I really see you as a friend, versus, you know, versus you just letting it kind of go on and just using specific terms. Yes. Let's go on a date, like, you know, let's hang out. Yes. You know, I want to get to know you more. more than just friends.
Absolutely.
Type of thing.
Absolutely.
So good luck, Sis Cuz.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As always, to submit your Black love stories to blacklovematters.com/love story. To submit questions for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us an email at blacklovematters@gmail.com. And to leave us a comment about anything that we talked about today, feel free to head over to the blog at blacklovematters.com, SoundCloud, Stitcher, all forms of social media, which you can find us at Black Love Matters, or leave us a voicemail at 508-784-1111. Again, that's 508-784-1111. Talk to y'all later, and remember, love is ever evolving. Bye.
Peace.